What's going on, guys? Logan JYA Drykage here with pure Zoodiac. No BS, let's hop into it. All right, what's going on, guys? Logan JYA Drykage here, pure Zoodiac. This is going second Zoodiac, built for 2025, legalized Dryden. Let's have a good time. If you're not trying to play with any other sub-engines, this is going to be a good place to start. If you want to see a going first build, do me a favor, help me smash over 70 likes and we'll make it happen. Without further ado, let's dive in. Starting things off the main deck, we are mainboarding all three of the good names. That includes triple copies of the Whiptail. Don't forget about the Banish effect bonus and the fact that this can help you get in extra damage. Triple copies of Thoroughblade, a name and a draw. Triple copies of Ram. Sometimes it comes up to pop him, but not as much as in the true Draco build. And then one copy of Mr. Rapier at 1 for a reason. If this card was at 2, the deck would be infinitely more insane. But that's 10 hard names in the main. If you're going for pure, I probably wouldn't stray too far from that number. Zoodiac support spells, we got triple copies of the Zoodiac Mirage Bargy at 3 for whatever reason. Feels good, man. Triple copies of Tanky, search out any of your names. Triple copies of Pot of Desires for that net +1, and you really don't care about the downside on this guy. One copy of Sacked by the Grave, because it always finds a way into my hand, and one copy of Talons. And then the majority of this deck, guys, is made up of going second cards. So first things first, we got triple copies of Dank Ruler No More for board busting. This is step 1, Zeus is step 2. Maybe Dryden is step 1.5, depends on the situation. I'll flag you can also maybe use this slot for something like Raigeki, maybe evenly matched as well if you don't mind giving up the battle phase and then building a board in main phase 2. That's a completely viable strategy. But for now, I've got it committed to Dark Ruler. Moving on to the monster hand traps, we got triple copies of the Fua, because it's one of the most powerful high impact hand traps you can play. And in the spirit of high impact, I'm also playing triple copies of Nibiru after a lot of thought and consideration. This could also be Ash, this could be another board breaker, but for now I'm dedicating the slot to Nib. It conflicts less with some of our other cards, it applies additional pressure, and it is still one of the best hand traps you can play. Trap cards, we've got some crazy ones. First things first, triple copies of the Imperm. This one needs no introduction, not much of a surprise. But we are combining it with triple copies of the Dominus Purge and triple Songs of the Dominator to go alongside it. So this deck is in the unique position where it can easily play the Purge, and the Dominators are also insane. Because not only is it an on-field negate, but if you have another trap in your grave, like a Purge or an Imperm, it's going to net you a free search. And the final cool thing that I want to mention about these guys is that they're, even when you're going first, either you're made to go first or you choose to go first in games 2 and 3, which is a very realistic situation depending on the matchup, these are still insanely strong cards that you can set and still have a strong form of interruption. Last trap card in the main board, I'm playing the one copy of Combo. This is for those situations when you can normal summon Rapier, send this card to the grave, and recycle your whole Zoo engine from the graveyard back into the extra or the main deck and give yourself a free draw. And that's it for the main board. 40 cards clean. Let's get into the extra deck. First things first, Mr. Dryden needs, or Mrs. Dryden, how could I forget about those giant you-know-whats? This card needs no introduction, free pop, recently legalized, what makes this deck playable right now. 2 copies of Borbao for attacking directly. 2 copies of Chaka-9 is Chaka-Fine. Don't forget how good this can be for recycling your Dryden. 2 copies of Tiger Mortar for rotating on materials. And then the 1 copy of Hammer Kong Long Duck Dong. He does have that targeting protection, but yeah, Dryden plus Hammer Kong isn't really an end board that's going to win you the game nowadays. I am playing the Utopic Draco Future package, one of the F-Zero, and the Draco Future himself. You can make this with a normal summon Rapier, sending any name, or having Thoroughblade resolved in hand. If I open up going first, a Tanky plus a Barrage, I'm going to set up the Draco Future before going for my Dryden to end on a pretty threatening field. So I love playing this engine in the extra deck. It's just so free. 2 copies of Zeus for that massive board wipe. 1 copy of Typhon. 1 SP Little Knight for that important removal. And last but not least, we've got the 1 copy of Infinitrack Megaclops. If the matchup deems it worthy, you can end on this card like it's a Tower's boss monster. Last but certainly not least, let's close things out with the sideboard. Triple copies of the Droll and Lock, shutting down those searches. 3 bestials in the form of Baldrake, Druis Worm, and the Magna Mutt. Solid against Yummy, solid against Rogue, and additional pressure. Triple copies of the Sly Geki for blowing up those boards or baiting out those negates. 1 copy of the Harpy's Feather Duster. 1 copy of the Thrust to become whatever you need it to be. And then finally, we got a massive Solemn package in the form of triple copies of the Solemn Scolding and 1 copy of the Solemn Judgment for when you know you're going first. You can bring these guys in and insulate your Trident board or shut down whatever you need to. You could also very feasibly play things like Rivalry or Goes in these slots, but I wanted to go with the Solemn Brigade because it feels good to be playing Scolding again. With all that being said, guys, that's going to round out the pure Zoo deck profile. Smash the like button if you want to see Going First Zoo. Logan JYA signing off. Have a great day. I'll see you beautiful people later. Peace.